Hey guys, it's Kim from Honey Trail Farm and my face is frozen. It's April 3rd, I think, and it's really, really cold. Rude. This should be the last cold snap of the year, although I'm not gonna hold my breath because I live in the Midwest. But it's an exciting day because today I am moving the cows onto pasture for the first time of the year. In the winter, we keep the cows in a lot behind the barn we call the barn lot, and it's just a sacrifice area because if you have large animals, you know that soft ground plus large animals plus no growing foliage equals a mud pit. And so we don't want to ruin our pastures by putting cows on them all year or too soon, but you can see by the green behind me that it is about time. I was kind of hiding in the wagon, which is like a makeshift cover, because it's like half sprinkling, half hailing right now, being awfully rude. But I just got done walking the fence line. That's important for putting your cows on pasture for the first time of the year. You want to make sure your fence is still hot. And I found lots of places where the fence need fixing, the electric hot fence. So I just got done doing that. I just need to tighten it up a little bit on this one strand and I think we'll be good to go. And now it's hailing again. And just like that, the sun is out. That is Midwest weather for you. So the last step that you want to do before you put your cows in, after you've checked the fence with your eyeballs, you want to check the fence with some kind of fence tester, or if you're ballsy enough, you just grab it. But I don't really want to shock myself when I have this handy dandy fence tester. How this works is you leave it on your fence. If you're worried about it, you leave it on. And if you see flashing, which it's flashing right now, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see in the video, that means that somewhere your fence is off or it's grounding out somewhere. Right now it's blinking because I haven't turned the fence on, but let's turn the fence on for the first time this year. Oh. Now let's check our fence tester. And if you can see, it's not blinking, which means it's electrified, which means I don't want to touch it. So that's good, we did it right. Now I'm going to turn it back off because I need to make lanes. In order to get the cows from the barn lot over here to the pasture behind me, I need to make lanes, or else they're just going to go willy-nilly because my cows are not trained, they don't listen, and they'll run that way, and then I'll have to chase them forever. Ask me how I know. So I'm going to create kind of a physical barrier because they know what hot wire is. They recognize that as pain and a pain point so that they stay away from it. So all I have to do is run one strand of wire on each side, plus map out a paddock, and then we'll be good to go. You can see last year's wire, last year's lane on here, and I'm going to go ahead and take it off just because it got busted too many times. I've already patched it together as many times as I want to patch it, so I'm just going to run new wire for this year. We had people dropping off wood chips and they wouldn't know that the lane is up for the cows, and they would drive their trucks right through it and break the fence. And I guess I could have snipped it a long time ago. So I'm gonna run new lanes. Here's my handy dandy wire unroller. I like to use these gate handles for my lanes because I can very easily hook and unhook the wire so that if I need to use the road, I don't have to take the whole lane down. But I've got it attached on one side, so I'm just kind of pulling it tight and eyeballing where I need to bend it to hook it to the fence. I like to use these step-in poles in addition to the lane because it keeps the fence line up high where you want it. And just another visual for the cows, like they see that and the line and they know that that's a path they shall not cross. So in a perfect world, I want to be moving the cows every single day. And how you do that is you just kind of guess. So when you were trying to figure out your cow's paddock size, now there is an actual mathematical equation, but I don't like math, so I'm just going to eyeball it. But basically, you just have to pay attention and watch how much your cows are eating. If by the next day, at the time that you go to move them, they have grass still to eat in their pasture, then that was too big of a paddock for the day. If you look out and it's like 4 hours before you need to move them and they're all mooing at you because they ate the grass all the way to the ground, then that wasn't enough pasture. So I feel like there's no better teacher than experience, and so we're just going to go with it. Now, we have been in the past, we've always rotationally grazed everything that we have, but it wasn't quite, it wasn't every day. So they would be in the paddock for a few days, and you know, they pick and choose favorites and the ice cream grass, as people call it, and then they would leave the less desirable. And so that would create too much of a difference in your pasture. So some stuff is eaten to the ground over and over, and some stuff is left to go to seed. There's a big hawk. And you just don't want that to happen. You want it all to be uniform so that you don't have to go back behind them and mow down what they didn't eat. Now I have no idea if this is actually what you're supposed to do or not, but this bottom strand of the fence needed tightening, and so I just stuck a stick in here, and I'm just twisting her around, you know, just willy-nilly like, because it's, because it's tightening this bottom wire and I don't have my pliers on me. On a farm, you just kind of have to have ingenuity, I guess. Redneck ingenuity. You just got to work with what you got. And I think that's it because my stick broke. But if I can get it out, a lot tighter than it was before, and this will work. I am actually a little nervous right now because I'm the only one here, and I have no doubt that the big girls, so my adult cows, are gonna walk right through. It's the 2 calves that were born last July. One is already a fence jumper, and so let's turn this off. So I hope they don't just blow right through these wires. Miss Honey is ambitious. Where is she? Right here. She's the first one. Are you ready to go? Get out of this mucky, muddy pen. Come on, honey. Oh, you're stopping at the first piece of grass. There's so much more. Come on. Oh, crazy pants coming through. Come on, Peanut. Good girl. Come on, Candy. Even the old lady has pep in her step. Are we so excited? Come on. You can do it. Does that help if I stand right here? Come on. Come on, girls. Come on. You can do it. Oh, we got our first steps. Come on, honey. Good girls. Good girl. Come on. This is my favorite part. telling you guys, this is the best part. They're so happy, they're so content. All you can hear is they're munching. Like, this is the best part about spring. Now, I've come to give you a little speech about grass. Now, with Clementine yelling at me and the cows enjoying their pasture in the background, I'm gonna talk to you about pasture management. I'm gonna take a piece of grass. Now, in this pasture, while I was walking around, here are the edible species that I found and I saw. So there's multiple kinds of grasses. There's dock in this field, there's plantain, there's clover, there's chickweed, there's dead nettle, dandelion. I'm probably forgetting some, but all of these are a resource of different and very important nutrients for your plants. So let's take this blade of grass, for example, and I hope you can hear me. Let me turn so that maybe I'm blocking the wind a little bit. Okay, here's your piece of grass. Now, this is prime grazing length. This is what the professionals like to call ice cream grass. This is the good stuff, okay? In this blade of grass, there are different phases of life. This down here, this is diaper grass, as they say. So this is the beginning of the grass's life cycle. It's not yet begun to hit its growth spurt yet. After diaper grass, what else do you get? You get teenage grass. So this is when it hits the big growth spurt. It's full of energy. It has the most nutritional value for your livestock. This is prime grazing grass. Now, I don't have any currently because it's the beginning of the year, but the stage after that is called nursing home grass. It's where the life cycle of the plant really starts to slow down. It's on the tail end of life and it will start to die back and give way to the new phase of diaper grass, the new generation of grass. You want to hit your pasture not when it's in diaper phase, because then it's just going to nip down. And so a good thing about your pasture's root systems is that what you see on the top mimics what's under the ground. So if my plant is this tall, its roots are also mirroring underneath the ground. You just can't see it. But when a pasture is overgrazed and it gets to here and then you graze it, and it gets to here and then you graze it and you graze it and you graze it, you're sloughing off. The roots are dying under the ground when it's constantly being cut too short. And so then when a drought comes, when bad weather comes, it will not be able to heal itself like if you let it have a long, strong root system. By not overgrazing, it's able to have more vitality. It's able to recover better than if it's constantly being nipped to the ground. I just want to love you. Why don't you want me to? Rude. Well, it's like I stink or something. I was trying to lay down with the cows and they all ran away. But thank you guys for hanging out with me while I move my cows around. I'm gonna sit here for a few more minutes, take it all in, and then I'm gonna get back to work. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time.